Binance fighting the CFTC, and the crypto markets are heavily bullish right now. Question everything, trust nothing. Welcome to Debate Crypto. It's your boys, Keeper and Crusader, here on a Tuesday. Crusader, what's up, brother?
What's going on, man? It's been a crazy ride. I barely could bring it back home on time for the show, but we made it happen. And yesterday's run up with Bitcoin and Trading Wars was just insanity, dude.
Yeah.
Insanity.
It was absolutely astronomical. If you guys weren't paying attention, I'm guessing the people that are in here know. Yesterday was wild. Yesterday was fun. We had over 500. Listen, we got 1% of the viewership right now that we did as of yesterday. We had over 500 people in here, and Trading Wars has just been an absolute success. So thank you to everybody that is here today. We appreciate you guys as always. First in the chat, Green Day Profits says, "What up, guys? What's going on, brother? Good to see you." Patriot Caveman in the house. Crypto Grady. What's up, Grady? Good to see you, bro. And Caffeinated Crypto and Crypto Chef. So yeah, dude, yesterday was wild. We had a lot of fun. If you guys are not signed up for Trading Wars, make sure that you do that. I did pin the link into the chat. We've still got some space for those first 100 people that are doing deposits. If you put over $100 in, you get 20%. You get 20% off your trading fees, all that good stuff. So that's fun. We've had some people doing really well in the chat, going up against our traders. So nothing but excitement there. We've got some new stuff coming for you too. We're gonna be doing some 1v1s. We got a lot in the pipeline.
We might be having the first 1v1 this week. I saw on Twitter in some chats somebody calling somebody out, and I think this week is going down.
You heard it here first, guys. If you like Trading Wars in the format of the team style, we're also going to be looking at some 1v1s, and we've got some really cool ideas I'm not going to share on the stream right now for what that's going to look like moving forward. So there's going to be a lot more Trading Wars happening where we're forcing people to do live trades, show what they've got under bad conditions. Yesterday, I believe everybody was green, right? I don't think anybody was in the red.
I think so. I mean, the market was just ripping it, dude. My team is just pure savages, bro. Evan just ripping it right off. As soon as we said go live, he's like, "I'm jumping in. I'm in a long right now."
I know, and we're live. I'm jumping in.
I'm jumping in, dude. Jason Casper, all the way down to the last couple of minutes, he was hunting down a trade, dude. These people are savages.
Jason Casper was on the crackhead chart, as I like to affectionately call it. He's on the 5-second chart trading. We need to figure out. I saw you in the private chat saying, "Hey, don't give Team Keeper the secret sauce." We need to figure out what that 5-second chart's all about, because I mean, obviously he's a really good trader, so it takes time to do that. But I think, that might be something that we could play around with and have some fun with. So, guys, there's all sorts of different strategies. You guys, if you're trading against them, have 24/7 to trade. They only have the 1 hour, so you have a massive advantage. So make sure to take advantage of it. What'd you say? You are heavily gone, cutting out. I don't know if it's on just my end or not, but your bars are down at like 1. I don't know what's going on. At any event, Crypto fam, if you haven't smashed the like already, make sure to smash that like. Do your thing. Do the YouTube thing. We love you guys. Let's start off. Let's take a look at the crypto markets. I'm sure this won't be a surprise to anybody, but it is in the green, heavily in the green. We have got the global crypto market cap up 5.99% at $1.24 trillion with a T dollars. Bitcoin 33,733, up almost 8% on the 24-hour. It was up a heck of a lot more than that. It's up almost 19% this week. ETH trailing behind a little bit, up almost 4% on the daily, up almost 14% on the week. Beautiful to see that. Tether nice and flat. We like to see that. BNB at 225 didn't actually do a ton XRP up at 55 cents, definitely undervalued there, up about 13.5% on the week as well. Guys, Solana up 28% on the week. Cardano over 12, Dogecoin over 12, and then Tron up about 5%. The entire market is just doing its thing. Excited about that. Let me see here. What was we've got, actually, we're going to talk about some meme coins today, guys. Because, well, one in particular, because some things have been happening in the meme coin markets as well. Those have always been fun. People have had a good time, gambling, rolling dice over there. And as you know, when the rest of the market pumps, the crap coins come to play. So, yeah, one of the meme coins made a really big move yesterday. We're going to talk about that here in just a few minutes. All right, that's what I got. Crusader, you want to jump on here and toss me a little TA love, brother? Maybe. Crypto fam. All right. We are having some technical difficulties. That's okay. I'll give Crusader another second to sign out and sign back in. In the meantime, like I said, smash the likes, turn on the bell notifications. We have a lot of new people that are coming into the stream from different places. They're coming from Twitter. They're coming from, obviously, YouTube, from different channels and whatnot. So if you haven't already turned on the bell notification and you're here, make sure to do that. I am going to, since Crusader's having a little technical difficulties, I'm going to start to pull up the first news article, and then hopefully I'll see him sneak back in here in just a second. Maybe. Maybe not. We have no video feed. It might be just it might just be Keeper for the day. Crusader might be in the background. So, in any event, glad you guys are here. Let's jump into the articles. I won't hold us up anymore. We've got some great things happening over at Grayscale in the space of crypto that could be hugely bullish. ADA Bitcoin to gain institutional exposure as Grayscale unveils crypto indices. So, crypto asset manager Grayscale has announced the launch of Grayscale crypto sectors and a new partnership with FTSE Russell, a global index provider, to debut the crypto sector indices. Guys, this is huge, right? It refers to a set of 5 distinct rules-based indices capturing the investable crypto market of Grayscale crypto sectors. Cardano enthusiast and crypto capital venture CEO Dan Gambardello drew attention to the development on X, formerly Twitter. So check this out. They are divided into 5 categories: currencies, smart contract platforms, financials, consumers and culture, and utilities and services. So what does this do for us? Let me see here. We got him back. We got you back.
Sweet freaking
baby Jesus. 7 pound, 6 ounce, sweet baby Jesus. Crusader, I know you missed the, part of the article there. I had to jump into it. We'll go back and do the TA in just a minute. But let me just ask you, why do you think it is going to be such a good thing and so bullish for the crypto markets to have crypto indices in play, where they're literally having different sectors, different parts of the crypto space investable to some of these institutional investors? Technology, ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful, terrible, ugly thing sometimes. So let me just answer that question. Let me answer the question for myself that I posed to myself. Yeah, I see that. He froze again, and it's gone. Dude, I love you, Crusader. If you're watching, bro, just let it go. It's cool. No worries. We'll catch you on the flip side, bro. It's probably your team. They're winning, and they're just so bullish on what they think that they're doing, right? But actually, this is me sabotaging your team in the form of messing with your computer. Are you back?
I don't know how long I'm gonna be back for. I don't even know what's going on. You're frozen on my end. Everything's haywire. I think now I finally see you, dude. Oh my.
Okay. So I started to talk about why the crypto indices are going to be bullish for the space, looking at different sectors of crypto and institutional investors and retail alike being able to put money into different sectors. Why do you think indices going into the crypto space is going to be important?
Well, it's gonna be pretty cool in the aspect that, instead of having to allocate money to all these individual crypto tokens, right, or crypto projects, you can start allocating to just, hey, I'm bullish on the metaverse, right? And then maybe there'll be an index for the metaverse tokens, metaverse projects, and it can average out your wins versus your losses, and you will require a lot less money, excuse me, to actually invest into it, along with layer ones, layer twos, all the different diversifications and categories that the crypto projects fall under will help you really encompass that versus, hey, I hold 10 metaverse tokens, or I hold 10 layer twos, right? And all these different tokens that are coming out all the time. So I think it's a good way to consolidate. That way your portfolio is not out of control and you're still averaging out your bets.
Yeah, check this out. So it's currencies. So obviously you're gonna have things like Bitcoin wrapped up in that. And I'm interested to see how they kind of fractionalize these out, how they kind of sector them out. Smart contract platforms, obviously you're gonna have things like Ethereum on that. Financials, I'm not really sure what is that going to be like XRP as an example. I don't know. Consumers and culture, definitely meme coins, NFTs, baby. I'm guessing right there. And then utilities and services, something like VeChain, that are actually providing services to the broader, businesses in the world today. And so, yeah, I think you're right. I think that it just gives people the opportunity that maybe aren't following things so closely on very individual projects to be able to say, yeah, I really think that this sector of the markets is going to do really, really well. I think that, like smart contracts, for example, I think ETH's going to do well. I think Cardano's going to do well. I think that these, you're able to then invest in multiple different platforms in the same, investment thesis. And I think it'll work well. So it's again, we've talked about this before. It's pushing us over towards that stock market-esque feeling. And I think that as that continues to happen, yes, more money will be coming in, but the profits, the gains will start to slow down inevitably. They kind of have to. I think that that's just kind of inevitable. You're muted.
What a day.
What a day. I was literally about to say the same thing. What a day.
I said, yeah, it just kind of has to, right, with all the amount of money coming in, and if they want to become, if you want to be handling this level of money and value in the world, there's no way that the traditional markets are going to come in and just let Web3 run the show, however chaotic it is, right? You see all kinds of fugazi, right? FTXs and rug pools and drained wallets or whatever. So there needs to be certain things put into place if you want huge institutional level money to be flowing in the system.
Yeah, it'll stabilize markets. It'll also make it a little bit harder for people to be able to make large gains all at once. But again, it will be good for the overall crypto space as that kind of evolution happens. So Crusader, let me backtrack a little bit here. We saw a massive pump from Bitcoin. We saw a massive pump from ETH yesterday. I know you had some TA that you wanted to pull up. You want to let us check that out?
Yeah, so here it is, right? This is Bitcoin on the daily. As you guys can see here, we've been following this regression trend that we've been developing this entire year, and we just had a massive blow off, right? Once we reclaimed this annual PIV, we had a massive blow off to the August pivot, and from there we just took off. We took over the EQ, right? But these are gigantic, massive single prints, and we hit the top of the regression trend twice. We hit it yesterday at 35, and then today once again we hit at 35 once another try, and we've come back down. So I expect a little bit of pullback here, possibly back down to this EQ level, maybe 30,000, give or take. We should really be looking to try to hold 32. This top right here, this 31 to 32 area is very crucial, but we could even possibly wake down to the 30, which would be this EQ, have a bounce, and continue moving forward. As you can see here, chart prime, definitely overbought, right? Market Cipher, momentum wave peaking out up here, possibly going to be printing a red dot here in the next day or two, and start moving down. We have to have some type of blow off steam here, because it's just too massive of a move. I mean, look at this last week. Since October 16th, we've been printing massive green candles, 2 red day, green candle, green candle, green candle, green candle, massive god candles here for Bitcoin. There's just no way we can sustain this. So that's Bitcoin, right? We can drop down here, all the way down here before continuously moving up and keep moving in this regression trend to the up. That
Let
can,
me ask you before you show me ETH. Are
yeah.
you thinking we're going to go sub 30 or touch 40 first?
I don't think we're gonna go sub. Like I said, right, 32,000, this 31, 32,000 area is gonna really determine if we break below that and start closing below this, right? Then it's gonna be a problem because this has been the problem area to get above. We had a massive single print blasting off, but if we lose this, there should be some massive level of resistance and support. If we lose this, and it's not just here, right? It's over here as well, and even further out over here. We have these levels that this is where all this price action lines up, this 31, 32 area.
30, 31.
We lose that and it flips back into resistance, it's going to be a problem again, right? Unless we see some massive catalyst news like the ETF. That's the big rumor, right? That's what's been making all these pumps happen. If that is, then obviously that resistance probably won't hold. But if we don't get anything crazy and we lose steam and we break below this 32, we could definitely head a little bit lower. But if we hold it, we can definitely start just, going sideways from on here up to back to 35 and keep moving in that direction.
For those of you that missed it, the other day, I guess it would have been Friday, I decided to open my big fat mouth and make a bet on over on Crypto Crossfire with Believes. If you guys watch Believes Crypto, he made a case for Bitcoin going to 50K before the halving, and I just said no freaking way, like not happening. We're just not going to get there. I think we'll get some bullish action. I think we'll see 50K obviously very easily. And I got to admit, this pump yesterday,
made everybody
if it's combined, yeah, it kind of reminded everybody how quick things can happen.
Oh yeah.
Right. And but the bet when I made it was, I was like, dude, let's not do anything crazy. Like, I'll bet you one ETH.
Nothing crazy, just one whole ETH
is what I said. And then I started to think about it. I was like, damn, if I bet him one ETH on 50K, I'm gonna guess ETH is at what, $3,500, maybe even a little bit higher, but around $3,000 to $3,600. Like, I made actually a lot bigger bet than I actually was thinking when I spouted off at the mouth with it. But we'll see.
Yeah, dude, I wish you would have taken that. I would have told you not to take that bet. I do believe we're gonna see a 50K Bitcoin before the halving, right? And it's all, like I've said, all dependent on the ETF. And I think that's what they're doing right now. They're testing the waters, right? This is retail markets moving Bitcoin price on just speculation and FOMO on the fact that, hey, BlackRock's ETF could have their shares or whatever it was. We'll talk about it later, but that whole thing just sparked massive FOMO. That being said, yeah, that with the halving event happening here, January 10th is the deadline, I believe.
You're talking about for the ETF
for Grayscale, yeah, it's the deadline for them.
Yeah,
50K is very, very possible.
It's definitely in play, no doubt. I'm still holding on to the fact. And listen, for those of you that think that I'm just trying to be a bear, I'm definitely not. I obviously want to see my portfolio go up and to the right and just never come back. Just, okay, see ya, and then I could never work again and be beautiful. But the reality is, I've been around the crypto markets long enough to know that we have retracements, and we're seeing one right now. Not a crazy one at this moment, but like Crusader was just showing on the TA, if we start closing below that 32 number and start hitting that as resistance, it's going to show some instability. It's going to show some uncertainty in the markets, and we very likely could go lower. Crypto Chef, I was just getting ready to pull this. What wants to know if you believe that we'll see lower than 25K if we don't get a Black Swan event. Let me answer first. No, we don't. If we do, it depends on how black that swan is. Okay.
Yeah, I think something.
Can I say that in 2023? Can I say how black the swan is? I don't know.
I don't know what you can or can't say anymore. I have no idea. I definitely see a black swan event would have to take us below 25. I don't see us heading below 25 with the level of FOMO happening. Right. I know we can have a pullback here, of course, and we can go. 25 was massive support. Right. We had a support level is 25.7 or something like that, or 25.4. around there. That is massive support. So even if we head down there, I don't see us breaking below that from where we're at right now. That would be a massive drop. So obviously it can happen, right? We have massive moves. We can have massive drops as well. Very possible. But I don't see us dropping below 25 at this point. I believe anyone that's doing TA right now, like CVO would say, would be invalidated. That thought process of going down to 20K is probably invalidated at this point, unless there's a black swan.
We also saw I guess it was yesterday or no, 2 days ago. I think there was an article that we talked about, or a couple days ago. It might have been even Friday. There was an article that came out that basically showed, hey, there is a lot less fighting. Basically, there is a lot less opportunity for the market to go below 25 than there was, in the past. So we'd have to see something crazy happen for, to get there. I still believe, and again, this is not because I want to hold on to winning my bet. I still believe that we are going to see, whether you want to call it a Black Swan event, whether you want to call it just World War III, whatever you want to call it, right? Something I believe is going to make us crash. Now, how high will we be when we crash and how low that crash will go from there? Who freaking knows?
Yeah,
But I
man.
do think we're going to see a big pullback.
You would think we would see a lot more instability or a lot less, FOMO in the market right now with the conflicts rising around the world. But the markets really, or at least the crypto markets, haven't really been caring too much about it, right? Unless there's a big announcement, right? World War III or whatever it is. I don't see us possibly even, really feeling it.
Parth said it's going above 40K in no time. Keep on shorting.
Dude,
Thanks, bro. Just rooting against me on my own damn show. Appreciate
there was like
that.
300 something million dollars in liquidations from shorts.
Oh, well, that's part of what drove that price up so freaking hard. There's so many people saying we're not going to get past this. We're not going to get past this. We're not going to get past this. Bing. See ya.
Happens every time. When everyone thinks one way, goes the opposite.
Yep, and that's why I was talking to CVO this morning, and the crypto markets are tough too, for a number of different reasons. When you talk about taking profits,
I love how you call my guys for TA advice and not your guys.
Definitely wasn't calling him for advice. It was just like a good conversation. Okay.
Even Keeper doesn't believe in his own team.
Just a good conversation. Okay. And we were talking about effectively the markets are so tough because you can set up a game plan that's either based on straight up technical analysis, the way that somebody like CVO or do it, or somebody like myself who's more of a fundamental investor that's looking at, hey, what's happening worldwide? Why are we where we are? Should we see more bullish action? Should we see more bearish action? Whatever the case may be. And the funny part about it is you can predict with the TA on the shorter, medium, longer time frames, and you'll get it right a number of times if your technical analysis is good. But those unforeseen things that just come up, not only are they just like you said, a black swan event and you just can't predict it, but even when there are things that come up that you can predict, these freaking markets move the other way. You'll get the information that says, hey, we're going up, baby. We have to go up with this information. Like, we'll be like, yeah, there's another $1 trillion getting injected into the markets. And it's like, dump. And I'm like, I don't think that's how that's supposed to go.
Man, it's never 100%. Everything
never
contains risk. There's no
games being played.
The only guarantee is that there's risk involved for sure.
Yeah.
One way or another, whether you see it or you don't.
Risk is always a guarantee. Guys, smash the like if you haven't already. Make sure you have the bell notification on and that you're subscribed. We have pinned in the chat for Trading Wars. Make sure that you guys sign up. Have some fun. Listen, these traders are making big moves, but it's on P&L, guys, okay? So you can beat all of these traders. Somebody's going to win at least $1,000. We've had a nice little bit of volume coming in, so maybe, that number might even be higher. Who knows? But you'll get an extra 20% if you put in over $100. We're trying to get you guys to do that for a number of different reasons. The biggest reason, we want more and more people to be able to learn how to trade, but also to have fun. Listen, the markets have been up until yesterday, recently, markets have been kind of dry. And so why we brought Trading Wars to you guys was you're like, you know what? A lot of people love trading. How can we have fun with this and bring together an engaging show for people to watch? And then take it one step further. How do we engage the audience so that they are able to be trading right alongside? Maybe they're taking ideas from some of the traders. Maybe they are
just learning different things. You learn from watching people do certain things, and maybe you join one of their trading groups, right? And you start picking up a new skill that can be very beneficial in the future. And dude, from what I'm seeing in the back end, I think there's some people trading right now in the audience that are beating the
I know they are. I know they are.
Very good trades. I see people growing their accounts very nicely.
I'm gonna call out one of our followers who we really appreciate for being here. This is not happening. Okay, just want to. You can clip that. That is not happening.
Talking about
Now
that, I saw
that
some
is
thumbnails.
not happening,
Dude, I saw some thumbnails. I already saw some thumbnails.
Hey,
I'm calling 65 to 70K Bitcoin.
Hold on a second. The name says it all right here, because this is what I'm thinking when I see this. Oof, that ain't happening. That's what I'm gonna say. All right, so oof, that's what I'm telling you. 125K at the halving, not a chance,
bro. Just think about it though. Let's explore that thought, and then we'll jump into some ETH TA. But let's explore that. Let's say January 10th comes, ETFs get approved.
Oh, yeah.
All of them. BlackRock, Grayscale, Fidelity, right?
Let's get it. Boom.
Let's get it right. They're, if they only approve one and don't approve the others, there's going to be some kind of fiasco there. Market share is going to go all to one side. So to even out the playing field, we would assume there'd be a bulk approval thing happening. All that money.
That would be, hold on, one word,
what?
$2.6 trillion in Bitcoin. That'd be a $2.6 trillion Bitcoin market cap in and of itself.
But that doesn't mean $2 trillion was injected into Bitcoin.
I get
right?
it.
It's just X amount of dollars.
So
let's say $500 million get injected into Bitcoin through BlackRock, Grayscale, Fidelity, and whatever other hedge fund managers are out there making this thing happen, this asset manager stuff. All of that happens. Then we get boom, smacked in the face with the halvening, right? Supply is cut even more. Maybe it's a possibility. A wild one, a slim one, a small speck of hope, but not complete insanity if you're actually saying, hey, there's ETFs on the table approved and there are trillions of dollars coming in. You're gonna tell me BlackRock you're gonna tell me wait a minute. You're gonna tell me BlackRock approves an ETF, Fidelity, Grayscale, all these people approve an ETF. Institutional players are like, now's a go time. Bitcoin's at 40, 50K, whatever it is. You're gonna tell them, they're gonna say, oh no, I think we should wait for a pullback, guys. We're not gonna be buying just yet.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that another couple $1 trillion.
However many Bitcoin they want to buy, want to sell to their clientele, they've already got to be holding it physically.
Yeah.
So they've already had to have gone out and accumulated that.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me that's not gonna push the price?
It for sure is, but not 225K by the halving.
But think about it. We got 4 months. We got 4 months.
I'm thinking, hell no.
If we get an approval, if we get an approval in January, the latest, we have 4 months before the halving even occurs. And if we do get a 50K, we're literally
we're right there. We're right at 125, 50 to 125, probably overnight. It's probably there overnight.
We're a sneeze away from all-time highs. We're already at 50K Bitcoin. We're basically at $1 trillion market cap. And that's without institution. That's
now all we got to do is get 2.5 times that.
Think about it. It's retail FOMO taking up to 50K before the approval. The approval hits. Oof. Now we have institutional players coming in. I'm telling you, saying that there's no chance is insanity.
Oof.
Saying
smash the like, fam. Listen, drop a 1 in the chat if your response to 125K Bitcoin by the halving is oof. Drop a 2 if you think anything's possible.
Anything is possible. To think
it is
possible.
It is
with that level of money, with how far retail has taken Bitcoin, is insanity.
I'll tell you what else is possible. My mouse could not be allowing me to click on anything in Restream, so I don't know what you're going to do since I have the articles right now and I can't click on any freaking thing. I can move my mouse around.
Jump into ETH TA before.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that. Maybe my mouse will start.
Maybe your
moving.
Battery died.
No, it's moving. The mouse is moving. I can like highlight stuff. I just can't do anything. Interesting.
All right. Here's my ETH TA, right? We've got 2 ranges here that I've been following. This is the March range, and then this is the April range of this year. Clearly, we were up here for a very long time in ETH. We broke out, and since August, we've been down in this range. We bounced off the bottom of the range right in October 14th and have then skyrocketed up here to this April range. We were briefly on it, and we've broken back down. So I'm dropping down to the 15. That was on the daily. Dropping down to the 15-minute. We have not been able to break back above this value area high of this March range. I believe If we do not continue to reclaim this, which I'm not saying it's not possible, but right now we are getting resistance here at this value area high, we could possibly head a little bit lower here. There are definitely some, if I jump back out to the daily, the point of control for this range is down at 1569. I do not believe we're going to be heading this low, since that was the massive catalyst where we bounced off of. But we are overbought in the daily, right, for ETH. That's why we've seen this massive wick up here, which is not good. A lot of selling pressure there, pulling down. We definitely, I believe we could see something here more along these lines, where we come back down, whether it's the low 1700s, maybe high 1600s, and start coming back up. That's what I believe is going to be happening here with Ethereum. On the 15-minute, things are still looking very bullish, right? We're getting a green dot here on market Cipher. RSI is pretty high, though. We're having a little bit of a oversold. Well, when we had this drop off at 1769, this is the lower value area of the not the lower value area, but the still.
Look at CVO in the chat. 1930 ETH, baby. Well, if CVO jumps on the train of the 125K Bitcoin by the halving, it'll be more like 19,000. Love a $19,000 ETH coin.
1930 is not too far away from this value area high of this other range. So if we reclaim this range here of 1800, we start jumping into this April. Let me see. What is the point of control for this range? The point of control for the range in April is 1867. So it's literally not that far from that 1930.
Yeah.
So
I believe we could hit 1930 for sure. CVO is probably going to be spot on with that. I believe that for sure. I don't think that is a far-fetched thought. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, bruh. I literally can't. I can't do anything at all. Just want to let you know, I can't click anything. Mouse is working fine, but can't click anything. So we're gonna have to basically chat.
You could just send me the articles, and I could just pull them up.
Yeah, that would be cool if I could send them to you, because I can't.
You can't even click on the private chat.
Nope.
Well, send them on Telegram.
How am I gonna do that?
Your mouse doesn't let you click on anything.
Nothing. I can't click on anything on my whole screen. I can't click on a single article. I can't do anything right now.
Oh, I thought I was saying.
Guys, listen. This has been the day. The day. If you're just showing up, Crusader's video wasn't working, and in and out, and yeah. Now my mouse. I mean, basically, I think the crypto gods are trying to fight against us, because
that's what happens when you say 125K Bitcoin is not possible.
Dude, we started talking some craziness, and now
you started talking craziness.
The 125K Bitcoin was the craziness we were talking.
You saying it's not possible is the craziness. That's why they're taking us down now.
So let's talk about the next one. I can't pull the article right now, but I do know what it is. So the Binance is fighting against the CFTC. The CFTC has basically come forth, and they want to be able to regulate anything and everything in the crypto markets effectively worldwide. Well, Binance is pushing back and saying, wait a minute, we have literally stayed away from the besides Binance.us, Binance has stayed away from US markets, and they're saying, how is effectively a United States governing body in the financial markets going to be able to tell a company overseas what they can and can't do and effectively regulate them? So let me ask you this. Do you think that there will be a worldwide, effectively crypto governing body? And if so, is it going to be something that you think is already...
Take it back a little bit. What'd you say?
Do you think that there's going to be like a governing body over crypto, like as a whole,
world,
for like the world? Yeah, like this is the crypto freaking SEC or whatever, right? Just like
the UN, like the United Nations of crypto.
Yeah. Because effectively, Binance is saying that's what the CFTC is trying to do. They're trying to just be able to regulate anything and everything in crypto outside of their jurisdiction, everywhere, and they're literally trying to throw lawsuits at them, all of this stuff. They're saying, you don't have anything to do with us. So the first question is, do you think that will happen? Second question is, do you think it'll be somebody like the CFTC, or do you think that they'll construct like a new governing body for this?
That would make sense if we start thinking about Bitcoin becoming a world reserve asset, right? And really starting to take ground in the entire global trade, right? And currencies maybe being backed by Bitcoin and countries backing their treasuries with Bitcoin. I think at some point somebody's going to say, well, we're going to have to figure out what the standards are for, how are we going to be interchanging all these transactions, and, what we're going to allow, what we're not going to allow. Um, so I could see that some type of world governing body for an asset that is literally controlled by no single nation, and it does become a world reserve asset. Obviously, then they're going to have guidelines for altcoins, because altcoins are going to be following along with some smart contracts. There's all kinds of things. So I can see it happening. I think it's going to be very difficult. These old guys running these institutions, right? World Economic Forum, United Nations, a bunch of old people barely understand how the internet works. Now they're going to tell them, hey, you guys have to figure out how a whole world reserve asset is going to work that's controlled by no single country. Figure it out. How long is that going to take for them to put that together? 10, 15, maybe 20 years from now?
Yeah.
Like,
It'll take a long time.
Happening anytime now. The country itself right now, the United States, can't figure out what they're doing, right? They're just starting to get around the Bitcoin ETF after 10 years of Bitcoin being around. I cannot imagine the world coming together to figure out what they're going to do with crypto.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it'll be like anything else in money, where you're going to have different countries that have, obviously different currencies, different ideas on money and how they want to process things. They're going to certain things are going to be illegal in China that aren't illegal here, and vice versa. You're going to have more enforcement over the United States on, what, like, for example, like maybe overseas somewhere says, hey, we don't mind you having your privacy. You can use Houdini Swap. You can use Tornado Cash. You can use these privacy tools that ultimately we believe are great for the markets, but the United States says, screw that. We don't want you to have any freaking privacy, so we're going to take that away. So I agree with you. I don't think that it will be just a one, world. But what I do think is that the United States is going to basically bless, if you want to put it that way, bless somebody like the CFTC to be able to, because they've got to let somebody be in charge. And the SEC has had cake on their face through this whole debacle, man. And they've not looked good. And they've just looked to be fighting. And at the point that these ETFs get approved and it's like, hey, this is the real deal and we're pressing forward with this, who's going to want somebody that's just done nothing but talk trash and fight? You know what I'm saying? You're going to want somebody that's going to be at least maybe not even pro crypto, but somebody that might be more of a neutral stance, saying, hey, these are commodities, these are this, that, or the third. You govern this body.
They're going to have to figure something out, especially if we do start seeing Bitcoin move into that world reserve asset thing, right? The U.S. government is going to have to want to put somebody that's in favor of them, at least, in control of that body.
That'll happen.
Try to benefit them in some way, somehow.
Yeah.
Because they can't just let go of full control of, okay, we lost the world reserve asset, now it's up in the air, who's going to take over, we don't know, right? It definitely can't go that way. It has to be a slow transitioning movement, which is why I'm saying I don't think it would happen for 10, 15, maybe 20 years. Because people are too slow, governments are too slow to allow for things like that to happen.
Yeah, it would be definitely a slow roll.
Bro,
Crypto fam, if
we got almost 100 people in here, smash those likes, get hyped. Thursday, Trading Wars, we're back at it again. Team Keeper on Thursdays, trying to keep up with Team Crusader because we have been blasting them out of the sky. Let me tell you, nothing but wins for Team Crusader.
Hey, a couple of my guys put up some big dubs yesterday and put some money on the board.
Face and
Crow.
And Crow, they're making some
good well yesterday. I think everybody did well yesterday. I think part of it is the guys want to be able to trade on different days because that opportunity happened to be on a Monday yesterday. However, and then the Monday before, you guys had I'm not giving excuses. I'm just saying 2 Mondays in a row, you had huge opportunity, right? And so the guys are saying they happen to both be Mondays, but they could have been on Thursdays, right? And so the guys want to be able to get in on different price action, different opportunities. So if you haven't been watching, we are allowing the different teams to jump on different days. So I think we're gonna have a couple of your guys that are gonna jump on with us for Thursday, I believe. I'm not sure who's gonna do it, but I think a couple guys are gonna do that.
And I also, like I said, I might be talking some smack here. I don't know, but I believe from what I saw on Twitter in our private chats, we might have a 1v1 going down on Friday.
On Friday.
Maybe going down on Friday. And I think one of the guys that is in the one
might be in the chat.
Might be in the chat. I think.
No clues. I mean, you guys scroll around, might find somebody, might see a name you recognize. Shout out to everybody that's in Trading Wars. Shout out to everybody that is actively having fun with it. We hope you guys, if nothing else, guys, if you're not competing, that's fine. Enjoy the show. Retweet it when you see it. Twitter is a big place for, you know, things to get pushed out in the crypto space. So if you guys are having fun with it, let's let other people jump in and have fun with it. So let everybody know what's going on. We're trying to do something just 100% different than a lot of other places are doing, or than a lot of other channels are doing. And actually, nobody else is doing.
No one else is doing what we're doing.
And the idea that we have got coming up.
Well, we're cooking in the back on top of Trading Wars.
We're wrist whipping in the kitchen.
Even more wow, dude.
Yeah, we got lots going on, guys. So stick around for it. You guys are going to enjoy it.
Dude, and Danger Close Alpha yesterday was also fire, dude. We got almost 100 subs over there now.
Yeah.
Yesterday's episode was really good, and we're going to keep doing that as well. At least once a week. So either going to be Mondays or Thursdays, you know, figuring that out.
Maybe, you know, for those of you that are watching, there's a lot of YouTubers that are able to, or have been around long enough to be able to, in one way or another, you know, do this full time. Crusader and I are trying to do that. We have other things.
This is our part-time job, guys.
Yeah, we're doing this part-time and pressing this hard. So I got to tell you, we have two problems in our lives. They're called unhappy wives. Okay. No, we're working hard for you guys, but we're working hard for ourselves. We want to be able to do this full time. If you can't tell, if it doesn't come through on the stream, like, we love what we're doing. We enjoy interacting with you guys. Crusader's an okay business partner. You know, you deal with them and, you know, whatever. But no, we've become really close friends. We've become best friends over the time that we've been together. And ultimately, we want to be able to continue to grow this thing together. And, you know, we need you guys to be able to do that. So we appreciate anything that you guys do for us, up to and including just watching the show. So we appreciate the show,
smashing those likes, hitting that sub, dropping down to the links below, and, you know, just supporting us with, you know, whatever links we have down below. Did your last article have to do with BlackRock?
My last article did not. Let me touch on one real quick. So what are your thoughts on this? So meme coins, okay, and then you can talk. Then you can bring up the BlackRock one at the end. All right, Pepe burnt, like, I'm gonna get this wrong because I don't have the article pulled up, and I've had my mouse plugged in for minutes now, and it's just whatever. At any event,
you try unplugging it and plugging it back in.
But yeah, I already did all that. They burnt like 7 trillion or 6 trillion or something around that coins, which gave it like a 30-something% pump. Okay,
that's pretty decent.
It is, but my question, like, this is why they call them meme coins, right? It's like, hey, we see
like 100 trillion.
I don't know, dude. I don't know if Pepe's exponent. Like, I don't know if Pepe's like Doge and has no limit. I don't know that. But what I'm saying is, like, you got a problem, we got a solution. Just you want to see this baby pump? We'll just start burning freaking tokens, baby. We'll start dumping them out there. Like, I don't know, dude. It seems so just meme coin.
That's one of the things, right? Is like, you got to create supply and demand. So if there's not enough demand, you got to reduce supply to bring those prices up. I believe one of your boys, Crypto Face, he bought like $20,000 worth of Pepe recently. He tweeted about it, and then
did he?
Before the pump? Yeah, I think so.
And then had a 30-something% pump yesterday.
I mean, dude, the thing is,
you know, we've had fun with them. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's just a very
becoming the next Doge at this point. I feel like it's gonna be around for a while. Might have a lot
Shiba, Doge, and Pepe.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's just starting to become a solid. Not that it's a solid project, but it's just not going away, right? It's not just dying out like the rest of the meme coins.
And it's interesting because we've talked about this when we educate people in the past, where value is just what 2 or more people agree upon, right? So you can hate on the meme coins all you want. I used to do it heavily. I've now made a decent little bit of money with meme coins and having fun with them and whatever, right? And kind of change my stance on it. But the reality is, if enough people just agree, hey, we're going to start, using Pepe in our hometown of whereverville, right? It works
Pepe Town.
because it worked for Frog Town. Yeah.
Town.
It works because it's just, hey, everybody agrees that this is what we're going to use. And now
I don't think it's anything great, but I just think it's something to keep an eye on from time to time, especially when the bull market starts turning back around. We're going to see another meme coin frenzy, right? If Pepe is still around, which I believe it will, since it's survived at this bear market so far,
yeah,
I expect it to have some type of run up. I don't hold any Pepe right now.
No, neither do I.
Disclosure, we're not trying to buy.
Our boy Honest made a bunch of money on Pepe. He turned like $300 into like 33,000.
He got in super early. That's the thing. That's the thing with those meme coins. Do you get in early enough? If it takes off,
you get that heads up and it takes off. Yeah. Hey, Great White said it was 25K and it was yesterday. But the question then becomes, was it 25K yesterday before the pump? Or did he buy 25K after a 33% pump? I can't see him doing it.
I don't know. I would assume it was before.
I would assume it was too. Maybe a little phone a friend.
TA. I'm pretty sure he would not be buying.
Maybe a little phone a friend came in on Pepe. Hey, Face, listen, bro. Shout out to everybody on Trading Wars, including Crypto Face. He's been a great supporter of the channel. We've also got a Market Cipher code, guys. If you're watching, a lot of the guys use Market Cipher as well on this, and they're making money with it. So we've got
Evan's a savage, just straight.
He loves it.
He's just all Market Cipher.
Yeah, so we've got a code for you guys. It's 20% off on Market Cipher. Market Cipher is something that we like to use. It's simple to use. Do a couple of the little classes with it. Boom, bam, slam. It works. So check that out if you guys are interested. What are you going to say about BlackRock? Let's finish it off. I like talking about BlackRock, so let's finish it off that way.
Let's talk about it. Everybody was hyped up about BlackRock yesterday because they put their iShares, token ticker thing. It was like IBTC on their website, on the depository trust website, whatever. But apparently it's been removed today, right? It's been removed, and that's maybe why we're dumping
back down.
I'm wrecking you guys.
It's not fake news though, was it? It was just
no, it wasn't fake news. It was there was a screenshot taken. It was real. So their trust IBTC made its way onto the coveted list of depository trust and clearing corporation, only to vanish from it a day later. Dun dun dun. Oh, look at the signal right here. This occurrence sent ripples. Hey, XRP. BlackRock's party buying XRP. Here's the signal, guys. Here's the signal. Right, ripple through the crypto market, shedding the light on the whole situation. Are they going to accept it? Institutional people getting in or not? So
you got to read between the lines.
It's listed. The thing that the listing strongly indicated the United States federal regulators might be warming up to the idea. I think they're way past warming up to the idea. They've lost lawsuits against it. Like, it's happening. They're not warming up to the idea. It's happening whether they like it or not. A sentiment, obviously numerous, has echoed, yada yada. People are super excited. Long story short here, they got taken off. Are they going to buy Bitcoin? Are they not? The frenzy was short-lived. I think, in my honest opinion, they're testing waters. I think the ETF is definitely getting...
You think they're like doing temperature checks on people with news?
100%. 100%. They're like, hey, dude, just think about it. Like, it's just like when you do a movie, right? When directors make a movie, they're like, all right, let's create this little teaser trailer. Let's pop it out there to see how many millions of views we can get on this teaser, right? I think they're doing the same thing. There's a lot of big money going in. And how do you convince your institutional players to jump in, and all these retirement fund managers, all these 401ks, all these pensions? How do you get all these multimillionaires to start buying in? You show them the proof in the pudding, right? Look at these temperature checks. Every time something came out about BlackRock ETFs being approved, Bitcoin's price skyrocketed. That's purely speculation on the retail side. Once the institutional players are in, it's now or never. So get your piece of the pie now before this thing takes off and there is no coming back. I think that's happening in the background. I think those conversations are being had.
Yeah, they can pay for these articles, so it would not surprise me at all. I feel like there would have to be a lot of...
Not just pay for the article, but putting that ticker out on their website. They're like, hey, put that out there. Let's see how quickly people...
But what I was about to say was there's got to be a lot of collusion going on for that to happen, for them to, like I said,
And you're doubting the collusion.
No, I'm not. I'm just pointing out. I'm just pointing out that if they're actually temperature checking markets with a combination of news and putting out a ticker, and then they're like, like I've been saying recently, gotcha, bitch. You know what I mean? And they just pull it back. If they continue, what I'm trying to get at is if they continue to do that. Now, at some point, obviously, it's just going to go, right? This has all been ETF surrounding, the ETFs. At some point, it's just got to go. But if they feel like it's like the boy who cried wolf, if they do this too many times, people are going to start to get kind of numb to it. I think they've seen that the markets will rip. They've seen it, right? If that's indeed what's happening, they've seen that the markets will rip. Now they need to see, okay, the markets will rip. We know that. How quickly, or how basically, where do they need to get their overall average positions in for when their investors start coming in on the side of like 401ks and that institutional investment money that's coming in, that's going to come in at a slower pace. I think it's not just going to just pile in all at once, but larger amounts. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I got this comment right here from Great White. Says, according to Bakakunas, I don't know who that is, BlackRock may have already received the SEC's blessings. Of course, dude. They have 575 ETFs approved. They've only failed once, and then it was because the law, they literally had the law changed and then got that ETF approved. They had the law changed. Yeah. So they haven't lost any. There's no way that they're putting an ETF filing in and then be like, I guess we'll see if we get approved or not.
If you wonder who runs this country, the answer is right there. BlackRock.
Money. Yeah. Money. We've been to enough parties where we see people talking about businesses, how they've done certain things, and it's like, you're like, how did that happen? I know a guy. I know a guy.
Always.
That and it's all about through money collections. Yeah, I went to school with him. Yeah, he runs this multi-billion-dollar hedge fund. He plays golf with this other guy that does another thing. I made a phone call. A few buddies of mine made a few other phone calls. Boom, we made it happen.
Yeah,
and it's like, holy,
there's a saying that your net worth is your network, and I think that with all of the we'll say we're calling them parties, like they are parties, with all the events that we've went to that are involved in all of the crypto space, whether it's just the different random smaller crypto companies, the institutional investors, the hedge funds. Like, we've met all of these people, some really, really big players in the space. The reality is it's exactly that, right? I got involved with some guys recently that they're ultimately billionaires, and guess what? It opened up an avenue to be able to get involved in some things that I otherwise would never be able to get involved in. That I wouldn't be part of the billionaire club, unfortunately. Not there yet. Okay, we're working on it, but we're not there yet. And so, yes, it is. It's all about who you know. And if you think that the largest investment firm on planet Earth doesn't know every freaking buddy, including and in the pockets of everybody, or they're in their pocket, either way,
they can afford to buy everybody and rebrand the whole SEC building to something else.
Yep. It's just like Crypto Chef said, it's who you know, not what you know. That's a fact. Yeah,
there's just no way that the BlackRock would make a move without having guarantees already in place that they are going to be approved. They're not going to waste any time.
Yep. And in the background, I wonder, do you think that they have been? Do you think that they've been doing like off-market buys, like almost secretly buying Bitcoin? They almost have to, right?
Well, BlackRock has gone and been in massive investors in like 5 different massive mining operations.
So yes,
they're investing in them,
probably taking a percentage of the actual Bitcoin off the table.
Yeah, just eating up all that Bitcoin and just boom, buying it up from them indirectly by having a good stake in,
because they need to be positioned when this does go, so that they can present it to their investors and say, hey, listen, allocate this much of your portfolio, boom, bam, slam. Yeah, there's definitely things that are set in place.
Just not enough Bitcoin. I just had this conversation yesterday with one of my dad's friends. There's just not enough Bitcoin for all the millionaires alone in this country and in this world. Imagine when institutional players, BlackRock, you see MicroStrategy making all these massive buys. You know how many thousands and thousands of people are being left out every single time one of these massive buys are happening? It's like 80,000 people. Every time the MicroStrategy makes a buy, it's like 80,000 more people in the world are never going to be able,
Never going to see Bitcoin.
never going to see a full Bitcoin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Crypto fam, we love you guys. We appreciate you for being here. Just remember Mondays and Thursdays, and a lot more to come. But for now, Mondays and Thursdays, Trading Wars. This Thursday, Team Keeper trying to do a little comeback. Team Crusader definitely has the edge right now, but I'll tell you, it only takes one good day. Hopefully that day will be Thursday.
One terrible day.
Or one terrible day to go down even further. However, either way, come check out the chaos. Come check out the madness. The link is in the description if you are looking to get signed up. Guys, 20% of whatever you put in, you're going to get back if you put in over $100. So that's
plus 20% off fees from trading.
Yeah.
Dude, you're just getting so much off ZoomX alone. 20% bonus, 20% off fees.
Yeah.
I mean, Houdini Swap protecting your assets, right? You got freaking market Cipher with 20% off if you're trying to get an indicator to be getting involved in these trades. 20% off of that as well. It's just crazy. Nowhere else in the YouTube land are you going to see 9 screens, people trading and being chaotic all live at the exact same time under one big screen.
And yesterday was the perfect amount of chaos, trading, and structure. Like, it was just a really good show, dude. There was enough. Of course, it was your team, so
my
why
team,
not? Right,
masterpiece.
And so yeah, guys, we'd love for you to be a part of it. If you're not already, make sure that you check that out. And like I said, make sure that you guys are retweeting when you see our tweets out. Let's get as many people in there as possible. Let's continue to have fun with it. Crypto Chef obviously has been in there and enjoying Trading Wars. We have seen a lot of people giving us a lot of support, so we appreciate each and every one of you. French Toaster just said Trading Wars is a blast.
Let's get $1,000 to somebody out there in the audience, right? This is how you get $1,000. You compete in this Trading Wars. You get $1,000. It doesn't take a lot of money. Just gotta jump in there and start participating.
That's right. And you could just put in a small amount and be successful on your trades, have fun with it. What's the worst? What's the worst thing that could happen? You lose whatever you put in. And if you put in something you're comfortable with losing, you had fun in the process. You know, I used to look at that. That's right.
A lot from
look at it as a learning opportunity for one. And for two, if you can have fun while you're doing it, hey, that's the price to pay to play, right? You go out on a date, you spend money to go do something you enjoy. Well, come have a date with us. Crusader actually is taking applications right now. He would like one of you to come out on a special date for his team on Mondays. He will be live looking for a date. I couldn't get him to take a trade, but he apparently...
Well, clearly I posted my trade on the YouTubes. On the Twitters. And people saw my trade. I did trade.
Your trade was outside of the time period at which I asked you to take a trade. But it was successful.
Host some of the greatest show on the YouTube and at the same time
it's hard to be so freaking great and trade at the same time. All right, Crypto fam, we love you guys. I think that's about it for today. So just remember, question everything,
trust nothing,
and until next time, hodl
like a top.
We'll see you soon.